what I really loved about that was he took it away from himself and he talked about the team. You know, players like him are special football players in that they understand their capabilities, but they also will say, I want my team to be better. I want to improve my teammates. And you can see the mentality of him like, hey, I can score goals, but I played to Jamie Gittins at the end, you know.
And sometimes there's been a criticism of him of doing that a little bit too much in recent games, I think.
Because I think sometimes when you're used to being that type of guy, who's a team guy, who you make the right play. It's almost like in NBA, people can say, oh, LeBron James isn't a goal-getter all the time, but he makes the right play. That's what he chooses to do. And I think with him in these moments, it's saying, I can be selfish or I can be selfless. And I think in his style of play, when Cole plays, I'll play forward.
He can't wait to have Cole back.
When Cole plays, I'll play up front and I'll do that. But I have to be the guy who's going to create and help the team be better in the attack. And that's what I really love about him. He's got so much capabilities as a player. His technique is so good. And I really, really love his style.
Player. Some very good goals in the midst of it. Garnacho. James.
This may be one of the central midfield players even, because the way in midfield without any real quality, but they are missing the likes of Kulusevski, James Maddison. From a deeper position, times his run, it looks like to perfection.
Reece James. Losing track of it. This is Kudus. Romero. Another foot. Odegaard. It's James. Doesn't feel the handball there. Van der Ven, Caicedo went through him, big chance for João Pedro, and Chelsea have the lead. Caicedo.
No doubt about it, Chelsea thoroughly deserve all 3 points. They had the game's outstanding player in Moises Caicedo.
Caicedo, João Pedro, and he does find the back of the net this time. Moises Caicedo doing what he does, winning back balls that you didn't think was possible, and it falls to João Pedro. He could have opened his...
Did Thomas Frank just get his game plan wrong today?
We knew that's the way he was going to play, and as soon as Chelsea saw how it was going to materialise, they got after Tottenham. And I think, as I said to you before the game, playing at home for Tottenham seems to be a problem, and it's only going to get worse. They've got to stand up and play a slightly different, more front foot football. Otherwise, as soon as they go 1-0 down, these fans, you could hear them booing towards the end because of the fact that the way they played.
1 win in 5 at home for Spurs is a problem, isn't it? It's a struggle.
It's a real problem. They've got a huge stadium, they've got an expectant fan base, they love to play a certain style of football, and if you're playing a more pragmatic style, which is certainly what the game plan was today, and you don't win, then you're going to have a problem there. And you heard the boos ringing out towards the end of that game. Look, I think Thomas Franks, we all love him to bits. He's a great manager, he's going to get some time, but he needs to turn that round quickly because it can start to get painful.
Gary Neville, Lee Dixon here in the studio. The problem, though, with Spurs is last year they were booing Postecoglou and his approach. Now they're booing Thomas Frank and his approach. It's difficult to kind of find that balance right now.
No, it is, and they do need to be patient, the fans. But ultimately, as you said, they're sitting in this amazing stadium. They've seen where Tottenham have ended up after a few games like up there, and then all of a sudden they just drop off in performance. Last week, I thought they played very similar to today, but one was away from home at Everton, the other one was at home against Chelsea. So I don't think you can do that. I think you've got to be a little bit more front foot and play and put the team away from home under pressure a bit. They didn't put Chelsea under any pressure at the back.